Happy birthday to me. Hello. Today, this video is either coming out on my birthday or it's coming out on Matt's birthday because our birthdays are on June 24th and 25th. So, happy birthday to me. But today, the day I'm filming it, it's the 22nd, Saturday, and we are going to go over what sold in my reselling business on primarily Poshmark, but also eBay and Mercari. So I did my first video of this kind of series that I'm doing throughout the summer last week, and I had $1,000 sales week that week, and it just keeps getting better as I remain consistent. My sales increase. Wow, what a concept, but that is how reselling goes. And I really wanted to do this series because during summer it's hard to stay consistent, and I am actually up against that right now as we are about to celebrate our birthdays, and I don't have anything photographed to list, so I'm gonna have to really work hard tomorrow in order to have things to list for this week. But anyways, we're going over what sold June 15th through the 21st, and for those of y'all who are new here, I've been reselling for a long time now. I went full-time in 2017. I scaled up my business to have employees and all the rest, and had like much higher sales numbers than I do now. But now I am a mom to two beautiful young little girls, and my youngest is 2 months old now. So I do this, I put in part-time hours, but I still would really like to have full-time income. Making progress towards that. But we are in summer, finally. Summer solstice was a couple days ago, and summer slowdown is real in this industry. So there's seasonality, and this is the slowest time of the year, typically June and July. Really, August actually is a pretty good month. So we'll see. I'm happy with my sales numbers, so let's dive into it. I'm going to try to be as quick with a lot of these as possible because I did run a 40% off offers to likers, bulk offers to likers with Poshmark VA last Saturday. Had a lot of sales from that, and it's a lot of older inventory that's not really worth talking much about, but I will show you everything that sold, tell you how much I made on everything, and tell you how long it took to sell and whether I'd pick it up again or not. So hopefully this video is helpful and valuable to you in your reselling business. So let's dive into it. Okay, let's look at my total numbers for this week. This is Friday through Saturday, so the 15th through the 21st. My total sales was $1,626.88. That's great. I think it was only over 1,000 last week, so we're making progress. A lot of it was from that sale, which we'll look into. Earned, so this is what was deposited into my bank account. You know, they take out fees and so forth. $1,221.18, and then my gross profit was only $777.87, and that's because this factors in cost of goods. And I actually sold quite a few really older pieces at a loss this week because I'm just really trying to clear out inventory. But again, this is what was deposited in my bank account. I incurred those losses essentially like years ago. I'm just recouping some of my investment now. But yeah, that's what my gross profit, so how much I profited from this week. If you remember, if you watched the video last week, I sold only 25 items to make $1,000, which I thought was pretty cool. I had to sell over double that in order to make this much money, so 53 again, like I said, moving a lot of older items. But and my average sales price went down pretty significantly. I'd like to keep that around 40, so 30 isn't ideal, but I'm fine with it for this week. Average gross profit being $1,468. If this was reflective of the items I'm picking up right now, then I wouldn't be happy, but I think this is more reflective of the pieces I'm trying to move. And then when we break it down per platform, on Poshmark I had $1,244 in sales, thanks, largely to Poshmark VA, which is a software I love using to send out those bulk offers, to send offers to likers, and it's a software I would recommend trying out in your business if you haven't already. And if you use my code MOGIBETH, you'll get 20% off your first month, but you can also get it for 2 weeks free. So you get, essentially a month and a half for $20. You might as well just try it out and see if it's worth the investment. I mean, it's pretty easy to break even at that point. And then eBay, I had a total sales number of $338.88. I need to work some eBay magic. It's currently not. I don't know. I list everything everywhere. I don't know why I don't have higher eBay sales. I really should, I feel like, but I don't. And same with Mercari. You know, if I could make $1,000 anywhere, I would prefer it to be on Mercari. Because Mercari now has no selling fees. I don't seem to have in nearly the, I mean, I just have no sales on Mercari. It seems like no one's buying on there. But I know that's not the case because some people do really well on Mercari. So I don't know what the deal is with my very slow sales on Mercari, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's look at what sold. Let's start with June 15th. So how many sales did I have on June 15th? Oh, wait. Oh, this was the day I ran the sale. So I had 19 sales. Vast majority of which coming from Poshmark. So we'll start with my one that I had on eBay, and it was this pair of Seavees, S-E-A-V-E-E-S. I'll show you the tag, or here's the little logo on the platform there, and on the inner shoe. This is a pair of men's espadrille sneakers. I had them listed for $34.99. I already sold them for $24.50 with $9.99 shipping. I would pick these up again because I got them at the bins. So I got them for $1.01, and I had a gross profit of $19.77. I really only pick up shoes at the bins if they're in excellent condition, and these were like unworn. But I rarely come across good condition shoes at the bins. So my profit, yeah, $19.77. It only took 188 days to sell. That's not ideal. That's like 6 months. But I mean, I listed them in winter, so it's not too surprising that they sold now. Okay, so let's move on to Poshmark sales. If you remember my video last week, I had 2 of these. So last week I sold one for $55, and then this week I sold one for $45. And this sorry, I lost $46 on this sale because I bought these in the height of the pandemic when all the thrift stores were closed on Bluefly. I bought these for $80. What was I thinking? I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Is that the Miley Cyrus song? Everyone has those days, and this was one of my days. I don't know. I mean, even like when Girlfriend was selling really well, here's Girlfriend, if you're unfamiliar. Even when it was selling really well, that was a stretch. That was quite a stretch. I think I was hoping to sell them for like $150 and make, you know, $40 profit, but didn't happen. Sold them 1,517 days later for $45 and lost quite a bit of money. So I'm just ready to move things I've had that long. That's just a ridiculous amount of time to be holding on to something. Okay, and then I mentioned this in every What Sold or Ship With Me video. I had a pallet of Free People inventory that was very large, and when I was doing liquidation, and I always sell, every week I sell things from it, but I am slowly making my way through that inventory, so there will come a week where I don't sell anything from it. It's just not this one. Okay, so this was a pair of new with tag Free People Commander cutoff shorts. Had them listed for $40, sold them for $24 in my sale. So I ran 40% off offers in my bulk offer sale, essentially, with discounted shipping. My cost of goods on all the Free People items was $11.34 per item. So my gross profit was $5.84. And I listed this 305 days ago. Actually, I must have listed this one last summer, or probably last August, when I was moving my office, because I probably discovered I had this and didn't have it listed. But most of this inventory I've had for like 969 days, so you'll see. Next, I have a bunch of these, if you're interested, from my liquidation days. This is a pair of Sam Edelman Raquel boots. I really don't want to give them away for less than this, sorry, but I sold these for $60. I have them listed for $100. And so my gross profit on these was $36.17 and took 642 days to sell. These were also from my liquidation days. I had them listed for $60. This is the brand Schutz. It's a good brand to know in case you don't know it. I've also thrifted this brand before. I don't know why these took so long to sell, but someone got a really good deal because they got them for $36 plus discounted shipping, which gave me a profit of $16.97. And they took 650 days to sell. So, so cute. I love these shoes. Oh, is this sold in a... No. That was later. Okay. I sold 2 pairs of orange heels this week. And then here's, again, this pair of shorts. This one had a flaw, as you can see here. So I had them listed a little bit lower, and they sold for $21 plus discounted shipping, which gave me a profit of $3.44. And they took 975 days to sell. This is also from liquidation. I have several of these still. This sold in my sale for $34 plus discounted shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $12.44. This is an in-house Revolve brand called L'Academie, L'Academie. Some pieces by this brand are worth picking up. I think it's an in-house brand. So if you come across it, maybe check comps. But yeah, I mean, I just have so many of these. But it's a cute dress. I got this. So where did I get this? At a regular Goodwill. I thought it was going to sell like really quickly. I don't know why. Smaller size Anthropologie sometimes takes longer to sell. And this was no exception. It was new with tag, and it's really cute. I got it for at Goodwill for $9.99. I had it listed for $65, and then it sold in my sale for $39 plus discounted shipping, which I'm very happy with. And it gave me a gross profit of $19.19. It did take 255 days to sell, however, so definitely longer than what, I was expecting. But this by Anthropologie brand is probably one of my favorites to sell. I just really, really enjoy selling their in-house by Anthropologie brand. It's not new, it's just relatively new in that when I started reselling, however long ago, 7 years ago, it didn't exist. So they launched the by Anthropologie brand within that time frame. And so when you find it, okay, it's not like ancient Anthropologie, which I come across a lot of ancient Anthropologie. Ancient in that it's like older than 7 years. There's so many in-house Anthropologie brands to know, and when I first started reselling, it was like imperative to know all of them because they were worth so much, but now they're worth virtually nothing. So, but this one, it's easy to know by Anthropologie, and it's a good one to know. So anyway, happy about this sale. Took a little longer than I wanted, but still a good sale. Good Goodwill flip. Okay, this was another Goodwill flip that only took 12 days to sell. So this sold in a bundle. This pair of Lululemon Surge jogger pants and this pair of Pearl Izumi canyon riding shorts. These joggers I got at Goodwill for $14.99. These shorts I got at the bins for $1.09. I had these listed for $59. I had these listed for $32. And these sold in a bundle for $51. So when you factor in that price, the Lululemon sold for about $33, and then these sold for about $18. So very happy with both sales because this one sold within, like I said, 12 days. It gave me a profit of $11.46. I think I could have sold it for more, but it sold in a bundle, which I'm very happy with. And then these sold in 44 days, which is also not bad, and gave me a even higher gross profit because my cost of goods was so low for $13.26. So Pearl Izumi is a bicycling brand. Here, let me see if I can find the brand tag here. I had to like re-photograph it. Here it is, Pearl Izumi. I pick it up at the bins because I don't know that much about cycling, and I just don't want to spend money on something I don't know much about, and I really don't want to spend time researching it. So instead of spending time researching it, I just experiment with it through the bins, and I picked these up at the bins, and I'm happy with how they sold. And so I'll continue to pick it up at the bins. And Lululemon, on the other hand, I love selling, and I'll pick it up at a regular Goodwill, especially newer pieces. And you can tell if it's newer by finding the size dot. And if looks like this, it's a fairly newer piece. If it has like fewer numbers, it's older. If it has no numbers surrounding the size, then it is really old. But I mean, actually, I would pick up really old pieces sometimes from the bins, etc. bottoms more so than tops. Tank tops and stuff I don't really pick up anymore. Okay, this I picked up, oh my gosh, how long ago? 953 days ago. Actually, I remember where I was when I picked this up. I was in Austin, Texas, and I picked this up at some buy-sell trade store. I thought it was so cute. I thought it'd sell instantly, and it is so cute. House of Harlow, though, it is an in-house Revolve brand that was started by Nicole Richie. I just really almost never pick up. There are a few exceptions, and if it's really cute, I'll check comps, but 9 times out of 10 will pass on it now. This one I purchased for $14.95. I had it listed higher. I'm sure I reduced the price at some point to $65, and it sold for $39 plus discounted shipping in my sale, which gave me a gross profit of $14.23. But like I said, it took 953 days to sell, so I wouldn't pick this up again, unfortunately, even though I think it's cute. Maybe I would probably pick it up at the bins and just list it lower. Then this is another piece from my Free People palette all those days ago. This one I had listed for $38, sold for $22 plus discount shipping, gross profit $424, 968 days to sell. Cute pair of Bridget button front denim shorts, new with tags, sold for $22. So, you know, I guess that's good to know in terms of don't pay up for stuff like this, because you might be stuck with it for a long time and then sell it for $22 like I did. This is a brand that I'll pick up at the bins, and certain pieces especially I'll pick up at regular Goodwill, but this is just a cardigan. It's Komarov. I might not be pronouncing that right. Here is the brand tag. Before I did liquidation, I would not have picked this up, but then after doing liquidation, I realized some of these pieces sell really well for good money, especially the dresses and larger sizes. And so if you come across, I also want to show you here, this is what it looks like. Let me show you what some of the dresses look like. Their dresses are, yeah, they look kind of like this. Yeah, they have like a lot of this kind of interesting textured fabric, and then draping, asymmetric hemlines. That's kind of what they look like. This is a good example of what they look like. Yeah, maybe sometimes some beading. Anyway, I found a cardigan at the bins, which I was on the fence, but I decided to go ahead and pick up because it was an extra large. It did take a little while to sell, so 375 days, a little over a year. I had it listed for $38. Again, it sold for $22 plus discounted shipping, so gave me a gross profit of $14.46. So I probably shouldn't pick this up again. Maybe I wouldn't, but it wasn't a bad sale. I don't know. I definitely focus more on the dresses with this brand, I guess. This is a very old inventory piece from liquidation. It is the brand, it's a good brand to know though, LNA Swim. I probably had this just priced too high, and then lowered the price, etc., and it finally sold. So if you come across LNA Swim or LNA, I would just recommend checking comps. It's a good brand to know. And I had this bikini top listed for $45. It eventually sold for $27 in my sale with discounted shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $9.72. But yeah, it took 1,187 days to sell, so I had it listed too high. But yeah, LNA, good brand. Okay, now our next two sales though were ones that I listed recently that sold quickly. This is Nick and Zoe, one of my favorite bread and butter brands. Let me show you the tag. One of y'all was kind enough to give me feedback on the last video saying, hey, can you slow down and say the brand more slowly? I want to do that. I know sometimes I just tend to butcher the name of the brand, and also show you the brand tag on every one of these, especially the ones that you may not know. Nick and Zoe, I mean, it's pretty, you probably know it, but it's a good bread and butter brand that I like to sell, especially in larger sizes and plus sizes, and I picked this one up at the bins for $1.20. I listed it for $28, and it sold within 6 days for $19, which I think is, yeah, 30% off. So it wasn't part of my sale because when I run my bulk offer sales, I don't include items that I've listed within the past 30 days. So this one sold for a regular offer to liker for 30% off, because what Poshmark VA does is it also very kindly sends offers to anyone who likes something in my closet. Automatic 30% off with discounted shipping. So I make a lot of sales that way, and this was one of them. This was a really cute top. It had this, like, I couldn't find the style name or stock photo for this, but it sold quickly anyway, which is great. It was really cute little newspaper people. I featured this in a haul video too. And yeah, I would pick this up again. Happy with this sale. Really cute. Oh, one thing is this little neckline here is called a pussy bow. You cannot write that in on your Poshmark listings. They won't let you publish anything with that word. So, just FYI, I think I did necktie bow, but that is the name for that neckline. So it is what it is. Just don't use it. I think eBay will let you, but I didn't include it in any of them after figuring that out. I picked this one up at a regular Goodwill. It's actually with my mother-in-law and Billy Lou when I picked this up at a Goodwill for $9.99. I checked comps real quick, and when I saw the Union Jack, I was thinking, I bet this is like a rare piece. And it is. I think it's fairly rare and sought after. And so I listed it for $59, and I received an offer, I think, for like $35, and I countered with $40. And the person accepted, so my gross profit after fees and cost of goods was $22.01, which was great, and it sold after only 2 days. So certain Bowden pieces, like this one, are just definitely selling fast and sought after, so good to know. Bowden is an English brand after all, so, or a British brand. So, yep, it sold quickly. This didn't sell quickly, but it sold for good money eventually. Took 1,199 days to sell. If you want to get into the formal wear category, which this is a brand, Desi, which is good to know, Desi collection, you have to have some patience because things are not going to sell overnight typically within this category. Because, you know, a lot of times it is selling to bridesmaids. Probably in this situation it was. And, you know, it takes a while for the right person needing that dress to come along in that size and that color. I think they typically do sell well because a lot of times people are looking at having to spend, you know, hundreds of dollars on a dress, and they'd rather go to Poshmark or eBay or wherever and spend $54. So this one sold, I had it listed for $90, but eventually sold for $54. And it was new at tags, no flaws, which is, so I think that was a good deal for whoever got it. It did take a little while, but my gross profit was $33.98, almost $34, so happy with that. Remy Brook was a brand that came up in my, what sold last week too. This one took a long time to sell, and I had it listed for $200, and I received an offer for $80. And I was just like, I've had it for 814 days. What is probably going to happen is I'm going to relist it, lower the price, and then eventually sell it for $80 anyway. So I'll just go ahead and accept this offer, and it retailed for $565. So I think that was a really good deal. It's a beautiful dress, and like I said in my May sales recap video, I'm really leaning into the idea of providing buyers with good deals and being excited about that. So I'm excited that I was able to offer this really good deal on this beautiful dress. And my gross profit was great, $58.04. So even though it took a little while to sell, I got this through liquidation, but the Remy Brook dress that I was new at tags that I sold last week, I actually thrifted. So you can definitely come across this at the bins or in the thrift. But what I would say is Remy Brook sometimes doesn't sell very fast. So just keep that in mind. And certain styles are going to sit for a long time. So just, you know, use caution when picking up Remy Brook and try to only pick up pieces that look fairly recent. This is a good example of a really beautiful Remy Brook piece. Okay. And then I had one Mercari sale all week. But it sold, it was a good sale. It was a pair of Spanx, high-rise flares, and a large petite. I got these at Goodwill for $12.99. I had them listed for $58, and I received an offer for $44. Here's the Spanx tag. Because Mercari doesn't have any fees, which is great, my only costs were my cost of goods and shipping, because I do offer free shipping on Mercari. And my gross profit was $24.29 and sold after only 12 days. So good sale. Happy. I love Spanx is definitely bread and butter for me still. Certain pieces. And yeah, happy that it sold. Now moving on to the 16th. So how many sales did I have on the 16th? We are, you know, almost halfway through though, just with going through one day. So most of my sales occurred on the 15th, but I did have 12 sales on the 16th, and 3 of which were on eBay. So the first was this new with tag Brooks Brothers long sleeve polo. Brooks Brothers sells especially well on eBay. And I got this at the bins, and I tend to really only pick up new with tags items by Brooks Brothers. But maybe I'll start experimenting a little bit with others. I don't know. But this one was a good sale. It sold for $31.49 plus shipping, and gave me a gross profit of $24.92 and sold after only 4 days. So definitely a really good sale. I got it at the bins for only $1.20. Would definitely pick that up again. Here, I sold quite a bit of NYDJ, I think, this week. I actually sold another new with tags NYDJ pair of jeans on eBay, but the sale got canceled. So I'm not including it here, but this I've had for a little while is NYDJ Aerial Crop. But of course, the funny thing is that sold it on eBay and the same day I got an offer on Poshmark. I'm just like, I've had these for 483 days. Why suddenly is there so much interest? But it was a size 8, is a capri aerial crop. And again, I got it at the bins for 90 cents. And I received a great offer on eBay for $35 plus shipping. So my gross profit on these was $26.14. So really, really, really good NYDJ sale. Again, another bread and butter. NYDJ stands for Not Your Daughter's Jeans, but they just go by NYDJ now. If you see the tag that says Not Your Daughter's Jeans, you know it's a really old tag, and I probably wouldn't pick it up. Here's another thing I really like picking up at the bins. It's new with tag Wacol. I love picking up new with tag bras at the bins. This was a Wacol 32 Double D. Got it for $1.61 at the bins, and it sold for $25 plus $4.99 shipping. My gross profit was $17.43. Still really great. It took 96 days to sell, so a little over 3 months, but still very, very happy with this sale. And I would pick it up again for sure. Okay, and then moving on to Poshmark sales. This is something that I would definitely pick up again. It is another really good bread and butter, especially for the summer. La Blanca, and this particular style, Island Goddess, does really well. It's the one-piece swimsuit with some ruching around the stomach. This was a really good size too, size 14. And I picked this up at Goodwill for $6.99, and it sold for 30% off, offer to Liker from Posher VA. I had it listed for $38, sold for $26 plus discounted shipping, and gave me a profit of $11.79, and it took only 12 days, so very happy. Really easy to list, really easy to sell. I probably could have listed it for a little more, like 45, but I wanted to move it since we're already in the thick of summer. These also sold, which is great. I think this sold, 30% off. Levi's high-rise wedgie fit shorts, size 25. I picked these up at the bins for 97 cents. I had them listed for 35. They sold for 24 plus discounted shipping. Another Posher VA generated sale, and that gave me a gross profit of $16.21. I did have these a little while. I had them for 599 days. So I will pick up Levi's shorts at the bins. I'll pick up Levi's at the bins, but that's like really essentially it. I don't pick it up at Goodwill anymore. I've been burned too many times. I still have too many Levi's jeans that are just sitting to feel comfortable and confident in picking it up. That's not to say that sometimes it will perform well, and I'm sure for you, some of y'all, it's still performing really well. But for me, I'm just not picking it up anymore. I think I talked about that in a video a while ago in brands I no longer pick up. If you want me to do another one of those videos, let me know in the comments down below, because I could definitely do another one. Okay, this is something that took a long time to sell too, but it's summer and I'm glad it finally did. I picked it up at Goodwill for $9.99. It's a Prana Tallulah one-piece swimsuit, which you'd think would sell pretty fast, but it was a small. I think if it was a large, it would have sold faster. It took 781 days to sell. So yeah, I had it listed for 40, sold for 22, I think, plus discounted shipping, and gave me a gross profit of $7.61. I wouldn't pick this up again. I wouldn't pay $10 for it. I would definitely pick it up at the bins. But I do come across Prana for $10, and I just don't pick it up. If it was half off, maybe. If it was half off and a larger size, I probably would. Now I have a bundle sale. This was a good bundle sale. It was a New Attack City Chic dress. And like I said, I sold another pair of orange heels. This is a good brand to know, Intentionally Blank. Here, can you see? It says intentionally, and then it just has a line. Get it, like blank. And I had the City Chic dress listed for $58, these for $100, and this sold in a bundle for $105. So the City Chic dress sold for $38.54, and the Intentionally Blank heel sold for $66.46. I love bundle sales, so my gross profit on the City Chic dress, which I got at Goodwill for $9.99, it took 177 days to sell, was $20.85. I've really stopped picking up City Chic. I would pick it up at the bins, but I just don't pick it up at Goodwill anymore. But this, I mean, if I could replicate this sale, it's not bad. 177 days is a little longer than I would have liked, but sold for a good price. And these took 644 days to sell. So I was just really, really happy to move them, and both really in a really good bundle sale. I sold 2 pairs of these shorts, one for $12 and one for $14. This is also from my Free People palette. I lost money on both of them, 29 cents on one and $2.29 on the other. They both took 969 days to sell, but I think at least one of them sold to a viewer. So if you're watching, thank you so much. And if y'all are interested, I still have some of these. I think I have them listed, yeah, for $25. So I think I have 2 more pairs left, or 1 or 2 more pairs. Okay, again, like I said, I sold a good amount of, oh, I'm missing a sale. Okay, wait 1 second. Okay, I skipped this Torrid swimsuit. This Torrid swimsuit, I accepted an offer on. Even though it had only been 73 days since I listed it, I had it listed for 42 and I received an offer for 20, which is more than 50% off. And I'm really just, like, I keep thinking about what I said in my May sales recap video, which is I am really wanting to move summer inventory now. And even if it's at a little bit lower than I would have liked, that's fine. So I picked this up at a Goodwill for $6.99, had it for 73 days. When I received that offer, I just went ahead and accepted it. So it sold for a profit of about $9, which is not bad. It had a flaw, so maybe I listed a little too high considering the flaw. Yeah, the seam was loose on the left strap, as you can see here. But I really like selling Torrid one-piece swimsuits. I would probably pick this up again, and I would probably expect to sell it for at least $25, but I'm still happy with selling it for that. I sold these NYDJ jeans. I had these for 365 days, so it's listed exactly a year ago from when I sold them. And, you know, just having luck with NYDJ this week. These were size 2 petite, and I got them at the bins for $1.44. I probably wouldn't pick these up again. I kind of try to just pick up larger sizes at NYDJ, but these aren't bad. Maybe I would pick them up again. I don't know. I had them listed for $38, and I received an offer, I think, for $20, which I accepted, which gave me a gross profit of $14.56, so not bad. But yeah, it took a year. And then let's move into what sold on the 17th. I had 2 sales on the 17th. So on Monday, I guess Monday must be a slow sales day for me because it was this week and last week. So I sold this pair of Abercrombie & Fitch jeans. I had a lot of interest on all platforms on these jeans. I got them at the bins, listed them very recently. They sold after 3 days. Got them at the bins for $1.20. Had them listed for $45. I received an offer on Poshmark for $30, which I just went ahead and accepted. I received lower offers on either Mercari or eBay, can't remember. And that gave me a profit of $22.80. So more rigid style Abercrombie jeans sell really well. This was a pair of extra long. So something that was interesting about Abercrombie is that they sell not only long, like tall, but then extra tall. And I think they might even do petite and then like extra petite. So maybe that's why really tall people like these jeans. I think that's a cool thing that they do. That's Abercrombie. I just started really picking up Abercrombie at the bins, and I don't pick up the stretch denim really, but I will pick up the more rigid denim jeans. Okay. This sold, I'm almost certain, because July 4th is coming up. I got this at the bins like a year ago. Oh, it sold 365 days from listing too. Wow, exactly 1 year. And I got it at the bins. It's 100% silk. It's really cute. Size extra small. And Bourjois is the brand. I never, ever pick up Bourjois. I've actually checked comps on like a coat I came across this past week, and it was bad, even though it was like a wool, 100% wool, beautiful coat. It's just too bad. They are out of business now, I believe, and but they did make really high quality clothing with silk and wool and all the rest, but it was very expensive, and there was a time in reselling where this was a Bolo brand, but that time has passed, and that happens. Don't expect things, if you're new to reselling, what's selling right now really well, not going to sell really well in a year or two from now. Some brands last the test of time, but it's a hard thing to do. So anyway, I had this listed for $25 and it sold for $15 plus $4.99 shipping. Like I said, it took 365 days to sell, and it gave me a profit of $11.52. Okay, so those are my 2 sales on the 17th, and then I had 4 sales on the 18th, all of which came from Poshmark. So the first was this Athleta Headlands hybrid pant, size 14 tall. I got these at the bins. They did have a small flaw, which I disclosed. And I had them listed for $30, and Posh VA sent an offer to like her for $21 plus discounted shipping to someone who liked it, which they accepted, and it sold after only 3 days. So super happy about that. And then I also sold this pair of Figs Yola maternity scrub pants. I also got these at the bins. This was a really good bins find. I love selling Figs. It's one of my favorite bread and butter brands to find, and I think the maternity line within it does even better. I listed these for $35. They sold for $35 after only 3 days, and it gave me a gross profit of $26.39 because my cost of goods was so low. Love that. Very, very happy. This was so cute. This Anthropologie Cloth and Stone set. So cute. Size large. Couldn't find a picture of or style photo of the set. So, I don't know. But I found both of them at the bins. And I listed it for $60. And the same day that I listed it, I received an offer, I think for $30. And I was like, oh man, I'm not going to sell it for half off. The same day I listed it, but I will sell it for 40% off. I was just like, you know, let's move this. So I counted with 36, and they accepted it, which gave me a gross profit of $27.85, and yeah, sold after 0 days. So great sale, love that. And then my last sale on this 18th Tuesday was this a pair of Lucky Brand booties in a size 5.5. I'd had these for 1,401 days, so quite a while, but I'm really happy that they sold. They're cute. I don't really pick up Lucky Brand shoes anymore. Yeah, they had some flaws. I mean, I honestly didn't remember that because it's been so long since we listed these. I had these listed for $28. They sold for $19, and I made a gross profit of $6.19. Yeah, I don't pick up Lucky Brand shoes really anymore, but that's not to say they don't sell. I just don't. Maybe if I found them at the bins in excellent condition, but I just don't come across them very much, and I'm not really on the lookout for them or anything. So, yeah, I just don't pick them up anymore, but I was very, 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 very happy to sell those. Okay, the 19th looked like a pretty good sales day. I had 5 sales. 2 of which were on eBay. This one I was really happy about. It's a gorgeous IRO dress, and IRO is a brand that retails for a lot of money, but the resale value can be meh, depending on the piece. But I decided to go ahead and try out this one that I found at Goodwill because it was just so gorgeous, and I just couldn't leave it behind. So it was the Agnieszka dress. Another thing I really like is that they put the style name, see, Agnieszka, on the tag. So it's really easy to check comps and add the style name to the title. But I listed it for $65. I got it at the Goodwill for $12.99, which is pretty high. And then it did sell for $42 plus $6.99 shipping. So I was really, really happy that I received that offer, and I accepted it right away. It took only 102 days to sell, so actually not too long, and made $23.68 from it. So I guess I would pick it up again. I was nervous about this dress, but it's so beautiful, and it's just a piece that I really like selling. So I hope whoever bought it likes it. And I hope I don't get a return. I guess actually, oh yeah, I could definitely, what am I talking about? I hope I don't get a return. Another NYDJ sale. This was one that had some flaws. This is the tag you want to look for. Curves 360 by NYDJ, size 16. This was I was so excited to find this at the bins because this is a really good line by NYDJ that sells well, and it was a great size, but it had some fading on the inner middle seam there, and that's something I've got to be better at checking for. But so I picked it up and I listed it anyway, and I listed it for $20, and then I received an offer for $17 plus $7.99 shipping, which I accepted. So I still made $12.47 from it. It took 186 days to sell though, but I'm just happy it sold because I was just worried with that flaw it wasn't going to sell. So that's why I priced it so low, but yay, very happy that it did sell. And yeah, if I found this in excellent condition, it would sell really fast for good money. So just something to keep in mind. It's one of my favorite bread and butter, like I said. Oh, this is a new favorite bread and butter. If you want me to do a video about my new favorite bread and butter brands, let me know. Pact, P-A-C-T. I picked this up in a recent Thrift With Me video for $3.99 in my new favorite section of the thrift store, the plus size section. It was half off, and so I listed it for $38, and I sold to an offer to liker for $26 after only 5 days, and gave me a gross profit of $14.79. So super easy to list, great sale, just all around. New favorite bread and butter. Packed. I actually just picked up another pair of Packed plus size pants that are corduroy that I'm really excited to get listed. Okay, I've sold this like 2 or 3 times. It's been, I think just one. I think I just sold it once before on eBay, relisted it, and I think it sold again. But maybe there was another one because I don't know. But that's why I accepted this offer. I had this, so I relisted it 84 days ago, but I've had this swimsuit for a long time. It was actually sitting in like my returns for a long time, which is unfortunate, just not listed. And I've been trying to go through that and be better about listing my returns when they get returned to me. So anyways, my cost of goods on this, I got it through liquidation, was $9.86. It is a new Attack Sea Folly one-piece swimsuit. There's a lot of demand for this style and for this brand. Really good brand to know. That's why I keep selling. But it gets returned because, you know, people say it doesn't fit. But it has a hygienic liner, etc. And on eBay, people return things all the time. So this was an Australian size 10, USA size 6, something to keep in mind. And Sea Folly, again, really good brand to know. Stardust, V-neck, one piece. I had it listed for $79. I received an offer for $45, and I was like, I really kind of wanted to get at least $50 for it. But again, I've got those words ringing in my head. Move summer inventory, so I accepted. And I made a profit of $26.14, and yeah, sold after 84 days. So, hey y'all, well, I am in a new place now. I had to stop recording the what sold video at my office because I was having technical difficulties, and so it's now the evening. I've put Billy Lou down, Matt just put Goldie down, so I'm gonna try to finish up this what sold video and go over the rest of my sales. I think this is where we left off, this pair of Steve Madden wedges. And this was a pair of shoes that I came across during my inventory audit when I moved office spaces back in August, and realized they were in my inventory but had never been listed. So they were from liquidation. They had quite a few flaws, which I disclosed here and took photos of. And so I listed them pretty low, $20, and I was just really honestly hoping to sell them, and I'm really glad that they did. I listed them in January. They took 165 days to sell, but they sold for my 30% off offer that Posture VA sent out for me with discounted shipping, which gave me a gross profit of about $2. So I'm just very happy that they did sell. Okay, so now we're heading into sales on June 20th. This was actually something that sold pretty quickly, and typically with inventory that I list recently, I like to try to get 20 to 30% off at minimum the listing price. And then if it's been listed for 30 days or longer, I'll probably sell it for more like 40% off, be more willing to, unless it's, depending on the piece. But generally, that's my rule. But with this top, it was just so plain. I couldn't find the style name. And so I had it listed for 25 and received an offer for 12. And so I just decided to go ahead and take it, even though it only been, 8 days since I had listed it. So it's 12 plus $5.99 shipping. I got it at the bins for $1.20. And so I still had a gross profit of $8.37, but I would not pick this up again. Eloquii is a plus size brand that now Walmart owns. And it's certain pieces can do well, certain more substantial pieces, but I'll probably be passing on more basic pieces such as this moving forward. Next is another piece of inventory from that Free People palette that I mentioned earlier, and it's a pair of really cute linen blend shorts. Honestly, if this was a larger size, I think these would have sold out a long time ago, but they're size 2. And so I actually still have a couple of these, but I had them listed at 40, and someone accepted my offer to Liker for 28. So it's with this kind of shipping. So it sold after 973 days for $28. I used to have many more of these, so I've been selling them over the years, but I still have 2 or 3. Gave me a gross profit of about $9. This next one I've had for so long, 1,416 days. So really, I'm just happy to see it sell. It's this brand in Philanthropy. It's a bodysuit by them, and it's white, and it has some like stains and another flaw on it. So that's why it took so long to sell. It's also extra small, which doesn't help the cause. But In Philanthropy is a brand that, depending on the piece, can actually do pretty well. I mean, look up here, all these listings. In Philanthropy bodysuits listed for like $100, around $100, or the cheapest one, I guess, is $30 or $45. But this one, because of the flaws, I had cut the price down to $20, and so when I received an offer for $10, I just accepted it. I was very quick to accept it. So I lost $6.67. But there's certain pieces by this brand I'll still pick up, but definitely want to make sure it's in good condition and check comps. Okay, this was a really good sale. I was really excited to find this piece at the bins, and it sold really well. It is the brand Somersault. And I found this skirt new with tags. I think someone had thrown it back, actually. Really cute wrap polka dot skirt. Somersault is a brand that specializes in swimwear, and so this is kind of more of a beach cover-up type of piece. I had it listed for $50, and it sold for $35 plus discounted shipping after only 2 days of being listed. And I haven't shipped it yet, so I don't know my gross profit, but it'll probably be around like $30. Okay, so that was my last sale on the 20th. Now moving on to my sales from my last day on this period, which is the 21st. So this was also a good sale. It is a Columbia top pine insulated rain jacket, size extra large. Columbia is a brand that I very rarely pick up. I come across a lot of it being in Portland, but I am slowly starting to pick up more pieces by it, specifically outerwear pieces. And so this was one that was in really good condition. I'm glad I picked it up. I got it at the bins for $1.61. Similar to that somersault skirt, I had it listed for $50 and it sold for $35. And this was, I think, with discounted shipping, and it sold after only 4 days. So it gave me a gross profit of $24.37, which is great. In the same bin strip, I found this blouse. It is Feathers by Talani. The brand is really just Talani. I guess this is a line by Talani. This brand I rarely pick up. It used to be the case that it sold really, really well, like, I don't know, 5 years ago. But I rarely pick it up anymore. But this was a really cute top, and it was a size large. So I decided, let's just go ahead and give it a try. And it performed really well. So I'd probably pick up pieces like this again in the future. I had it listed for $38 and it sold for 30% off plus discounted shipping for $26, and it gave me a gross profit of $17.17 after only 11 days. So it was a good flip, good quick one. I'm happy about that. And then I sold a bundle sale of these 3 pieces. So 2 Free People La Bamba tops that I got in that liquidation palette. I had them listed for both $25, and then this pair of Mother jeans that, yeah, I had gotten these from, I guess, the Real a long time ago. 779 days ago. So everything in this bundle rather was listed for $25 each, and they sold for $15 each. So I lost money on all of these pieces. On the La Bamba tops, 1 and 2 cents each, or about 1 cent, and then the Mother jeans I lost $4.48. But I'd have had all these pieces for so long that I'm just happy that they sold. And yeah, just moving things along. On the other side of the coin, this sold pretty quickly. This is a brand I'm kind of cooling off on, though. It's Blanky. It is a maternity line, and I used to be really excited to find their leggings, and now I found these at the bin. Oh no, I didn't find these at the bins. I don't think I will be picking up this brand at Goodwill anymore moving forward. I'll pick it up at the bins. So this was a pair for $6.99 I got, which isn't bad. I had them listed for $35, and I think that is kind of like at the... That's what most, if you can look up here, a lot of Blanky, or Blanky, I don't know how you pronounce it, leggings are listed for about $35. That's about what the going listing price is. But they sell for more like $20, $25. So when I received an offer for $18, I just went ahead and accepted it. And that gave me a gross profit of $7.41. So I doubled my money, if you want to use that term, after 16 days. Yeah, so I think this is kind of like a good point of reflection for me, where I am no longer going to be picking up Blanky or Blanky at Goodwill. I'm just not going to pay up for it. This pair was in really good condition though, so I am happy it sold. And then my last sale of the week is actually something I was really happy sold, because I kind of regretted purchasing these after I picked them up. I bought them actually at Crossroads, which is a buy-sell trade store. And the brand is Goodman brand. Here, I'll show you the brand tag. This is also a brand that I will no longer be paying up for, even though these actually performed pretty well eventually after 121 days. I used to be really excited to find this brand. I learned about this brand through liquidation, but I don't think I would maybe pick these up at the bins, but I'll no longer be paying up for them, and I don't pick up shirts by this brand anymore. But this was a pair of Goodman brand Jet Set jogger pants, and I paid $9.53 with my converted cost of goods at Crossroads. And I had them listed, I think, for $39.99, $40, and I received an offer for $35 plus $7.99 shipping. Is that right? Yeah. Which I accepted. I think that was a really good offer. So I'm really happy that they sold. It took 121 days. I would not pick them up again, despite it performing pretty well. But now I have new rules for this brand. So let me know in the comments down below what kind of videos you want to see from me going forward. I have a really good thrift with me, and I think a bins haul coming up. But I would really like to hear from y'all what kind of videos you want to watch and see from me. So I'm really happy with these sales. It keeps on getting better. Hopefully it just remains that way, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay, love y'all. Bye.